Ashe, Master 11 Twin Flame. So, when you are undesirable, you have to make yourself undeniable. When you are undesired, you have to make yourself undeniable. So, in a way, since we are all electromagnetic beings, as the men being the actual electricity and the women being the magnets, the magnetic ones, we are also becoming more powerful to the point where you, that is actually your opposite, is what makes you undesirable. But when you become undeniable is when you tap into the frequency and the energy inside of yourself that makes you stand out, or that makes you shine, or that makes you live to your fullest and best capabilities that you actually have. So let me see. When it comes to that, it's going to be lost, because when we first start our spiritual journey, we all have lost. We've all lost our friends, or we lost some family members, we lost connections, friendships, anything like that. And the point about losing is the fact that you have to know what it feels like to lose in order to win. You have to know what it feels like to test the people around you so that they are actually capable or worthy of being around you, because if somebody is around you and they don't have your best interest at heart, or if you're around somebody else and you don't have their best interest in your heart, then you guys really should not be around each other whatsoever. So that's one reason why you experience loss, because you're also rising above everyone and everything. And in a way, since you are okay, so since you are experiencing loss, you are also going to be experiencing gain, because by you gaining something that you actually didn't have, it's like law of attraction. Something that you actually don't have in your physical hands, you already have to have it inside of you. So when you actually don't have the money, when you actually don't have the car, or you don't have whatever it is that you actually dream of or have for your goals, you are supposed to have it inside of yourself first. That is why they tell you to work for what you want, work for what you desire, anything like that. Because if you are actually working for it and you're sweating for it and then you're bleeding for it, then that shows that you really are worth what you are desiring, or worth what you are wanting. And in a way, we don't necessarily supposed to have any desires, because by us already being higher conscious and by us already being associated with being gods, we already claimed this entire planet. We already dominated every single culture, every single nation. So we don't necessarily need any desires. It's just about what is your actual focus, what is your goal. Because by you losing something or someone, you're also gaining something or someone. That's just like when you clean out your house. Cleanliness is next to godliness. A cluttered home is a cluttered mind and a cluttered heart. So you have to cleanse that in order to gain something more beneficial for you. And not only are you gaining something, but when you gain it, you have to have complete control. Not necessarily control, but it's almost like you have to build, after you gain something, after you gain a status, after you gain a friendship or a bond or a relationship with someone or something or a business, you have to build it up. You have to build what you have gained, so that, like a foundation, when you're building a house, like the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf, are you going to build a house of sticks, a house of bricks, a house of wood? What are you going to do? Paper? It has to withstand heavy duty type of things, type of situations and experiences. And let's see here, when it comes to that, that's why you have to build. That's why when you build yourself up from the inside out, you'll build up all the things that you actually did not have in the beginning, because that is why you lost all those people and lost all those things in your life. And by you building it, you are building up your mastery of self, because you have to know thyself. You have to know yourself enough to master yourself. You have to know what your childhood did not have, so you have to become everything that you did not have as a child, so that you can fulfill your own self from inside out, to the point where you can be somebody else's figure or mentor or, teacher and things like that. So that is why you have to have the self-mastery. And when you have the self-mastery, mastery of self, to master yourself is enlightenment, you know, when you have that, that is when you have to have focus. You have to have direction. You need to have a direction. It's like no one likes walking into a dark room without a light. Especially even if you are an adult, in a way, most people still are going to be afraid, like, oh, I don't know what the hell I'm stepping on. I don't know what's in front of me. So you have to have a light for your destination, which is the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel is the destination, which is why you have to have a goal, which is why you have to be focused on a certain direction. Because your energy, the energy that you have, your inner guru, your inner guide, your inner chi, you know, your inner genius that you actually have is going to need to go somewhere when you really know how much you are worth. You know, that's why when you know how much you're worth, you'll start giving out discounts. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to have boundaries. You know, you have to be protected. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I wanted to say. Have a beautiful day, Master 11, Twin Flame.